Commissioner for Agriculture and Forestry, Leye Akinola, announced the creation of the Ondo State Strategic Committee for EU Deforestation-Free Regulation Compliance. The committee will oversee efforts to fully align with EU standards, warning that non-compliance could endanger cocoa exports and the livelihoods of thousands of farmers.
We map each farmer, we know the size of the farm, then they also want to know the identity of the farmer that is farming in a particular area. So the mapping will take the coordinates of each farm, and it will also going to be uploaded into the internet. So a code will be given to each farmer. The data of the farmer will also be known. So we have to be conscious so that this farmer can maintain their livelihood after December 30th of this year. So that is the essence of gathering them.
Farmers are urging the government to offer support through subsidized inputs, technical assistance, and access to credit to help them transition to sustainable farming practices. As Ondo State works to meet global environmental standards, farmers are encouraged to adopt responsible cultivation practices, maintain accurate farm records, and conduct regular risk assessments to remain competitive in the international market. Adewumi Taiwo, Osrc News.
Residents of Imafon community and its neighboring settlements are expressing relief as construction work finally begins on the long-neglected Imafon Road. The 6-kilometer stretch, notorious for its deplorable state, is now under construction following approval by Ondo State government. Blessing Obe reports.
After several years of neglect, the Imafon Road is finally getting government attention. Heavy-duty machines and construction workers are currently on site, excavating and digging drainage channels as part of the initial phase of the project. Imafon serves as a major supplier of food crops to Akure and connects several agrarian communities, including Ala and Ilado. Residents and motorists have described the project as long overdue. They are, however, appealing to the government to ensure speedy and uninterrupted completion of the work.
We want to appreciate the state government for counting us worthy. It has been suffering for many years. The Imafon Road, Alagbaka Imafon Road, has to be counted worthy now. We appreciate him for that, and we need it to be speedily and come to completion. The people of the community, everybody's were happy. By the day of they started the job, you can see every one of us, we are jubilating, and we appreciate the government for that.
The road is worst. If I'm going out in the morning, I'll be thinking, so I'm going to ply this road again. If I'm coming back again, it's another thing entirely. I'll park at Scarp, then I'll be thinking, how will I drive this road? But to the glory of God, we appreciate Mr. Governor. Today, I didn't regret voting for him. I didn't lost my vote. My maid, my staffs, we didn't lost our votes. We appreciate him, and we want to use this medium to beg him to please ask the contractor to be fast about it. Before the next rainy season, we will be glad, we will be happy if this road is finished maybe in the last 4-5 months.
So that's what we are talking about it, and that's what we are praising our governor for, that this thing will not even stop. So, in fact, we beautify Ojo for pẹ̀lú all these things bọ́n ṣe fẹ́ ṣe ló ní kọ́tà ló ní drainage tí gbogbo ẹ̀ wà okay so we love it.
A dúpẹ́ nítorí pé a ní àwọn challenges kọ̀ọ̀kan ní ọ̀nà yìí, a ní àwọn ìdojúkọ kan tó jẹ́ wípé inú wa gò dùn sí ọ̀nà yìí jọ̀nà tó yẹ pé tójò bá rọ̀ everybody tó bá ń kọjá wọn máa ń ṣubú, mọ́tò máa ń yọ́, gbogbo nǹkan máa ń ṣe, but a ti rí sí pé wọ́n ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ iṣẹ́, wọ́n ti gbẹ́ kọ́tà ń sìn tán ti ń ṣe lọ, but a rọ̀ wọ́n, a bẹ̀ wọ́n lórúkọ bàbá àti ọmọ kan jọ kán bá wa parí ọ̀nà yẹn, Ọlọ́run á ràn wọ́n lọ́wọ́ lágbára Ọlọ́run, wọ́n ṣe gan o.
Similarly, reconstruction work is ongoing along the Akure to Ijare Road, with drainage channels being constructed along key sections. Residents believe that when completed, both projects will ease the transportation of farm produce, enhance mobility, and open up new economic opportunities across the area. Blessing Osrc News.
British investors are being urged to tap into the rich natural and economic assets of Ondo State to drive growth and prosperity for both the state and its people. Governor Lokai Aiyedatiwa affirmed administration's commitment to strengthening ties with the United Kingdom, described Ondo as a land filled with extensive opportunities. Hosting British Deputy High Commissioner Johnny and his delegation in Akure, the governor highlighted Ondo State's leading role as Nigeria's top cocoa producer, accounting for about 40% of the nation's total output. Government House correspondent Wahab Bankole completes the story.
Governor Lokai Aiyedatiwa received in audience the British Deputy High Commissioner to Nigeria, Johnny Baxter, along with his team and several members of the State Executive Council in Akure. Their visit aimed to strengthen ties between the UK government and Ondo State, with focus on investment and collaborative opportunities. Mr. Baxter expressed enthusiasm about the development potential of the state and noted that the UK's engagement with Nigeria has evolved from donor aid to direct investment partnerships.
There is a British institution called the British International Investment Organisation, and they have recently invested over $40 million in John Vents, who are operating here in Ondo State, and what they're wanting to do is rehabilitate a cocoa plantation here. And those sorts of investments are the kind of things that the UK wants to do much more of. We're no longer a donor, but we are an investor and a partner. But we're a partner who wants to grow Nigerian, and in this case Ondo, institutions that can further the benefit, further the interests of the Nigerian state.
Governor Aiyedatiwa described Ondo State as a land rich with opportunities, highlighting its status as Nigeria's top cocoa producer and blessed with abundant natural resources, including bitumen, coal, gold, gas, and vast agricultural land.
For us as government, we have been trying so hard to provide an enabling environment for every one of them, so that we work so hard to ensure that there is peace in the state, providing enabling environment for them. Because we know if they thrive in their businesses, employ more hands to work with them, we also can generate a revenue from that through IGR taxes they will pay. Then for new businesses, we try to encourage them. They are coming in newly. Palm produce is another major, agricultural produce that is here in Ondo State. Our land is good for that.
Aiyedatiwa stressed Ondo State's key advantage of having Nigeria's longest coastline, which plays a crucial role as a gateway for international trade. He highlighted ongoing initiatives such as a modular refinery and a forthcoming chemical plant, both supported by investors collaborating with the Ondo State Development and Investment Promotion Agency, ONDIPA.
All of these are happening in Ondo State because the government, under my leadership, our disposition, our posture is that it's friendly. We wanting people to come and do business here. Not just that now, they also do their findings in terms of, because security is very, very important for any investor that is coming to Africa, Nigeria, and any of the subnationals. The first thing they want to look at, what is the security like in that place. And for these ones coming to our area, to our state, they have done their preliminary study. They found that Ondo State is peaceful and it's safe for the listeners. And that's why you're able to come in here also, feel safe and secure. We have the cleanest beach in Nigeria. That is an opportunity, an area where we're looking for investors to deal with salt. So I'm looking at the first person that will build a beach house in that place. It's there waiting to be exploited.
Governor Aiyedatiwa revealed that final preparations are underway to build a deep sea port aimed at boosting exports and harnessing Ondo State's blue economic potential. He also lauded President Bola Tinubu's economic reforms, acknowledging that although the policy initially brought challenges, they have started to stabilize the economy, allowing states like Ondo to improve their financial performance. Wahab Bankole, Osrc News.
The Management Board of Ondo State Oil Producing Area Development Commission, or SOPADEC, has reaffirmed its commitment to the institutional reform and performance improvement as key drivers of sustainable development in the state's oil-producing areas. The chairman of SOPADEC, Prince B. Yekoroye, said this while opening the 2025 SOPADEC Board 2-day retreat in Akure, Osrc's Abidemi Akinrotoye reports.
In a bid to strengthen its institutional framework and enhance service delivery, the Ondo State Oil Producing Areas Development Commission, SOPADEC, has organized a 2-day retreat in Akure, bringing together board members, management staff, and development experts. The retreat, themed Charting a New Vision for a Greater SOPADEC, is focused on institutional reform and performance improvement, a deliberate effort to reposition the Commission for greater efficiency and impact in the mandate areas. Participants engaged in extensive deliberations, expert presentations, and brainstorming sessions designed to redefine operational processes and strengthen accountability mechanisms. Retreat consultant Professor Tomola Obamuyi emphasized that effective reform begins with a clear understanding of the Commission's mandate and responsibilities, calling on board members to align their goals with SOPADEC's developmental objectives.
The message is that after the retreat, they should go through the documents, the material to be presented, and get themselves familiarized with the job ahead of them.
Director of Administration and Supply, Mr. Shola Orishabonlua, and the Commission Secretary, Princess Abike Olawale, described the retreat as a timely initiative that would shape SOPADEC's long-term direction.
We have new S-men coming on board. It's necessary to do a kind of orientation retreat that will be in sync with the practice of that establishment alongside the management staff, so that we can have a kind of seamless synergy between these two bodies.
To my colleague, we need to be more proactive in our team players. To the public, they should give us an every environment. We are good to go.
Commissioner Olajuda highlighted progress made by the new board, especially in responding to environmental challenges such as the sea incursion in Ayetoro, noting that reforms are already yielding visible results.
We've move ahead to make sure that all the abundant contracts are being completed. We are working to make sure we revamp the economy.
Chairman Olabiyi Poroye outlined his vision to strengthen internal structures, enhance accountability, and ensure that development projects directly impact the lives of people in Ilaje and Eseldo local government areas.
Practically, you agree with me that the mandate of Ondo State is facing a lot of challenges, from the seesaw to erosion problem, devaluation of demand. And how do we solve this? Our first focus is to ensure that the road gets to A2. When the road gets to A2, to take those materials needed to handle the challenges of the sea will be easier.
With a shared vision and renewed sense of purpose, the Osrc board appears set to unlock new opportunities and chart a more productive future for Ondo State's oil-producing communities. Abidemi Akirotoye, Osrc News.
The Ondo State government has reassured residents of their safety following the circulation of a leaked security memo warning of a possible terrorist attack in parts of the state. The memo, reportedly issued by the State Security Service (SSS) to the 32 Artillery Brigade of the Nigerian Army in Akure, had surfaced in the media, sparking public concern. In a statement, the Ondo State Commissioner for Information and Orientation, Mr. Idowu Ajanaku, said the government is fully aware of the memo and has been working closely with security agencies to forestall any potential threat. Ajanaku explained that the leaked memo was part of routine intelligence sharing between security agencies and the government aimed at identifying and preventing possible security breaches. The commissioner urged the public to remain calm but vigilant and to promptly report any suspicious activities to the nearest security post. In the meantime, security agencies in Ondo State have assured residents of their safety following the circulation of an intelligence alert from Department of State Services (DSS) about potential attacks by suspected Islamic State of West African province members. The agency pledged continuous collaborative efforts to protect every corner of the state from any terrorist threats. The alert, a classified memo dated October 20, 2025, addressed to the brigade commander of the 32 Artillery Brigade in Akure, has sparked public concern after it surfaced in the media. Omoni Olangbeji has details.
Agents from the Department of State Services (DSS) disclosed plans by the Islamic State of West Africa Province (ISWAP) to execute coordinated attacks in parts of Ondo and Kogi states. The memo identifies Erite Akoko, Onya Akoko in Akoko Northwest local government area, along with Owo Town in our local government area of Ondo State as targeted locations. The terrorist group has reportedly begun surveillance of likely vulnerable targets, prompting a call for heightened security measures to prevent any attacks. Following public alarm, the State Commissioner of Police, Abayomi Lawal, reassured residents of intensified security operations, noting that tactical teams including the anti-terror squad, mobile police units, and intelligence officers have been strategically deployed across the state to bolster safety. The police commissioner urged residents to stay calm and comply with the law, reassuring that police presence is widespread and dedicated to ensuring their safety.
I want to assure the group of Ondo State that there's nothing to panic about, nothing to fear about. We want to allay their fear that we're on top of it. Even before now, we're doing our discharging our responsibility operation activities that have been going on. We know the importance of Ondo North, especially the geographical and environmental factor, which of course could demand more of operation activities, and we have always been there. Proud to now, even last month we have been back on patrol, intensive and aggressive patrol on that area. So when we got this formation, we cannot just treat with levity. Yesterday I was at Okoko again, precisely with KBC Eriti and Onyakoko. We were there. We engaged in fruitful discussion with stakeholders, non-state actors. The Nigerian Forest Gas were there. The DSS was there. community leaders, religious leaders, representatives of the Fulanis and the Hausas, they're all there, and other stakeholders. And we told them whatever they have information for us, they should share with us.
Public Relations Officer of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, NSCDC in Ondo State, Daniel Aidamembo, announced that the Corps has activated its intelligence and surveillance network to support ongoing security operations in the state.
If the DSS has observed or they have an intelligence report, it is normal for every security agencies to be briefed, about security issues, and so it is not an unusual occurrence. But be that as it may, like I said, it's a normal thing. So the people of Ondo State should just be rest assured that security agencies, we are on top of this matter. And as I speak with you now, there are meetings going on. There are a lot of protocol that has been activated, to ensure that that the content of that memo does not come to pass. So the people should just be rest assured. They should keep going about their normal business. What we just want to admonish them is that they should be vigilant. We need them to give us optionable information so that we can act.
Security authorities are calling on citizens to stay calm, remain alert, and report any suspicious activities while confidently carry on with their daily routines throughout the state. Omoriola Ngbeji, Osrc News.
And that's it on Sunshine Reports. Good afternoon.